Morning, welcome back. I'm Linda Hingst from Elite Performance Horses, and I have a client out here this morning, Michael, that has bought his 12-year-old mare here, and she has a little bit of a head issue. She tends to carry her head very high, and he's had a little trouble trying to get her head down. So I was going to spend a little bit of time with him and the horse. I'm going to ride the horse to show you how to fix that. Hi Michael, how are you?
Yeah, good.
And what's your plans with your lessons today and your mare? And
Look, I'm a bit of a beginner myself, but down the track I'd like to get into some camp drafting, maybe a little bit of cutting if I'm good enough, but obviously we'll see how we go.
Beautiful. Right. So what we have here is a mare that tends to get her head up, okay, and she has no respect for bit pressure. Okay, now this is just the horse that I wanted to show you how to get them to crack at the pole. But this is essentially every horse I get on, bar probably 10 horses I've rode in my life, I have to deal with this one issue. Because most horses don't just crack at the pole with bit pressure. All right, so you can see I have not moved my hands. She's just working on it herself. And she's looking out, she's looking up. And I'm not tuning I'm not putting any harder. I want her to just work out that pressure, there's no pressure in here. In here, she hasn't, there's no pressure in there. And she can live within there. She even tries to put her head down. I just hold. I just want her to work that out. But when we get on a horse, we just have to simply assess what's wrong, what needs fixing, and I always start with my stop and my back up, the crack at the pole, because a horse will back up if his nose is in the air. However, it looks awful, A, but B, it never sets him up for being fast in his back up, because to get a fast back up, they've got to be rounded up in the back, and we've got to pick them up with our feet to get that speed. So if we never ever teach them to bring their nose down before they back up and get nice and rounded, then we are really never going to achieve any speed in our back up. Even if the horse is an older horse, if it doesn't know how to do it, we have to treat it like a baby. And then we can move forward once it understands that concept. So what I'm doing here is just applying bit pressure. I apply bit pressure to get the stop. I reward the stop. The reward is no pressure on the reins. You can see I haven't got hold of this mare. I don't want to hold her into her stop. I allow my horses to be accountable. By doing that, I don't have to micromanage them. She stands here without me having to hold her here. Such an important concept to get into the horse's head, not just try and control his feet through the bridle. So if I apply bit pressure, I want her to give a nose down, and again I've rewarded that when she does. I then apply a little bit more pressure and I need her to move her feet. Each time she takes a step, there is a reward there. You may not be able to see it because this mare is quite experienced at getting off bit pressure. I don't need to be so definite about chastise, pressure, and reward, no pressure. So she can reward herself as she's moving back off that bit pressure. But sometimes if you take them a step or two too far, then you're in a battle with them. So we don't want to get into an argument over nothing. He's trying to screw around, I'll just fix that. I don't give him any reward when his nose pokes up at all. Because she has this bad head carriage, because her backup is no good and her respect for bit pressure is zero, really, then Michael was saying her stop isn't very good. Well, that just all fits in with what's going on. So to fix a stop, we've got to go right back to here to fix this. There's no point me talking about stopping the mare when she can't even do the most basic thing that all my breakers can do on their first drive is move off bit pressure, because that's what you're starting to teach them, and this mare's a little confused about that, and that's fine. not even concerned. I just got to go back to the start to fix these issues, and then we can move forward. Now, I'm not stressing her head carriage at this second. I don't want to get caught up in too many issues. If I start trying to draw a nose down today, as well as crack her at the pole, as well as back her up, as well as teach her to stop, all of those things is just too much information. So I'm not even stressing that her nose is poking out. I don't like it out there. It's not an issue to me. I'm going to ask her to stop. Get off my hands. Reward that. Get her back. That's what I'm focusing on. We've got a nose down and we've got her feet moving off bit pressure. That's a massive win for today. That's a big amount of information. She stopped herself, not accepting that. She's light and soft there, so I'm going to stop her there. We try and show you as many different horses as we can, because I know that most people don't just have the perfect horse out there. So we try and show you what good horses are and what other horses are. And we want this mare to get better every day.